The Boy Scouts of America have declared bankruptcy. You know, there have been sex abuse lawsuits filed by thousands of former Scouts. When I was a young kid coming up, the Boy Scouts was a big deal. I never was able to participate in the Boy Scouts because my parents wasn't having it. But I knew many people that participated in the Boy Scouts. It is a nonprofit. The administrators have been battling lawsuits across the country involving victims where they have been, touched and violated by these scout leaders and all of this crap. The bankruptcy filing will put a hold on all of these court cases as the Boy Scouts of America work out a strategy to pay its victims. So here's the thing. They have been convicted of many things. Here's what they claim. The BSA, Boy Scouts of America, cares deeply about all victims of abuse and sincerely apologize to anyone who was harmed during their time scouting. We are outraged that there have been times when individuals took advantage of our programs to harm innocent children. The Boy Scouts of America President and CEO Roger Mosby said in a statement, "While we know nothing can undo the tragic abuse that victims suffered, we believe the Chapter 11 process with the proposed trust structure will provide equitable compensation to all victims while maintaining the BSA's important mission." This piece of crap organization needs to be closed. We are far past needing. Back in the day, these people, they would, wear the uniforms, short shorts, go in the woods, pitch a tent, make a fire, all other kind of things that are not necessary right now. There are people in the Midwest or people that are heavy in that camp lifestyle, and they can learn those, duties, how to do that kind of stuff. They can learn that from family members. They do not need to go to the Boy Scouts of America to be violated by, some of these sick individuals. An attorney for a group called Abused in Scouting, which represents over 1,800 victims, told ABC News that his clients are expressing relief that their causes will be addressed and the organization's financial holdings will be out in the open. Some of the accusations go back as far as the 1940s, and there had been strong evidence that the nonprofit covered up their knowledge of abuse. And we know that to be true. This goes back, they say, to the 1940s. That's my grandmother's generation. And the Boy Scouts have been a big deal for many years. Many years. The attorney also said that the organization will likely try to downplay its assets, of course, and argue that it does not control the money or the holdings of local troops. He also said that the attorneys are going to push for more details about their financials. In 2012, more than 14,000 pages of documents related to the alleged abuse of 1,247 scout leaders, abuse by 1,247 scout leaders, was released as part of the lawsuit filed in Oregon against the Boy Scouts of America. In April, an attorney who represented victims released court documents with testimony from Dr. Janet Warren, who said she was hired by the Boy Scouts of America to evaluate its sex abuse cases. This is crazy. I mean, we're talking about thousands, right? This one attorney here, this attorney that's part of the group Abused in Scouting, as I said, representing 1,800 victims. So you have abuses by 1,247 scout leaders. And who knows how many kids. If each one of them just did 2 abuses, which we know it's more than that, but if it just did 2, how many abuses are we talking about? These men, these sick individuals, became part of the Boy Scouts of America so they could prey on kids. This organization needs to, 1, pay up, 2, people need to be criminally prosecuted, and this organization needs to be broken into 1,000,000 pieces. This is ridiculous. Warren testified that she worked with the Scouts' ineligible volunteer files to determine that there were 7,819 perpetrators, and she identified 12,254 victims over the decades, and it's probably more than that. This is what she identified. It's more than 12,000. More than that. Now, these men have violated these boys, and we don't know what effect that it's had on them and their offsprings, but it isn't something that's good. It isn't something that's good. And it is sickening the way that this has been allowed to go on. Boy Scouts of America. Pieces of crap. Pieces of crap. You listen to the Diamond K Show here on Radio on Fire. We're going to take a quick break. Come back in 60 seconds after this.